Sean from Caffeine Digital here, and today we're going to have a chat about what is marketing. Here at Caffeine Digital, we have a different idea about what marketing is than other agencies and businesses around Australia and the world. Let's get straight into it. The role of marketing is to move prospects and customers seamlessly and subtly through each phase of the customer value journey. That's it. That's marketing. Let me explain this in a little more detail. In 2019, the most common way that people are advertising is simply wrong. Every time you scan through Facebook or conduct a Google search, you're being hit with the same incorrect way of advertising, and it's not working. Imagine for a second that I'm an advertiser and I come at you with an ad, and because I paid for that ad, I feel entitled. So I start with, "Hi, you don't know me, but I'm your perfect partner, and I paid Google to tell you that. So I'm entitled to take you out to dinner. And while we're at dinner, we're going to discuss how many children we should have and what their names are going to be." In what world is that going to work? You as a customer are sitting there going, "Whoa, calm down. I don't even know who you are yet." This is why online advertising is not working as well as it used to. This is why your ads are not converting into sales. Customers no longer want to be sold to. They no longer want to hear all about you. Imagine an ad where I'm on camera and I'm going, "Hi, my name is Sean, and we are the #1 marketing agency in the world. And I know this because I'm an expert. And if you don't use my services, you're likely going to fail, because I really do know what's best for you." Do you think that's going to work? That's what everyone's doing online right now. Customers have a problem or a question, and they want you to solve that problem or answer that question. They don't want to hear about how great you are. They honestly don't care. This is why here at Caffeine Digital, we've standardized on the customer value journey. Let me explain more right now. It all starts with a book by Desmond Morris. Desmond is a zoologist who, for a long time, studied intimate behaviour in animals. Then one day he decided he wanted to progress to the most complex animal of all, humans. Desmond found it fascinating that we can go from being complete strangers, we can walk past somebody on the street, and if by chance they were hit by a car an hour later, we'd be sad, but realistically, would it affect our lives? Probably not. So how do we go from there all the way over to sleeping with that same person, living with that same person, having children with that same person? It's pretty flippin' cool. Desmond Morris broke this process down into 12 steps, the 12 steps of intimacy. Now, I'm going to leave them up here for a moment so you can awkwardly go through them. Now, in this study, Desmond found that missing a single step meant an 87% chance of failing to get to the end. Hell, now I know what I was doing wrong when I was in my teens. Furthermore, Desmond found that skipping 2 or more steps constituted assault. Think about it. Imagine walking into your office and running your hand down one of your employees' faces. How do you think they'd act? They'd probably call the police because you missed a couple of steps. So what we've done here is we've taken these 12 steps and we've broken them down into 8, the 8 steps of the customer value journey. So you may be sitting there now asking, why not 12? Well, we're not trying to sleep with our customers. Not all of them anyway. So let me run through these 8 steps and the importance of each of them. First, we have aware. This is where we run an ad to a customer, usually on search, and we make them aware of who we are. Now, what we normally do is we go from this aware stage right to buy my stuff, use my service. And that's not right. That's how we assault our customer. You need to indoctrinate your customer into who you are. You need to build authority and rapport. And this is why we move to the engage stage. So now, in the engage stage, we're taking that ad through to a landing page. However, instead of speaking about our product or service, we're instead answering the customer's questions. Now think about it. All your competitors are running search ads, focusing on buyer intent keywords. For example, Outback Steakhouse or Steakhouse Perth, which is followed by an ad that reads like, "Best steak in Perth because we rock." And that ad lands customers on a page, which explains why they have the best steak on earth. It's all about them. Them. So let's take another example and say we instead answer the customer's question. The customer may have searched for, how do I cook the best steak? Who's advertising on that question? No one. How much is a click going to cost? Flip all. Now, when the customer does type this into Google, say the ad responds with, learn how to cook the best steak with the head chef of ABC restaurant in Perth. Do you think they're going to click that ad? Of course they are. It's exactly what they want. And when they do, you engage them. You have the head chef create a video on how he cooks a steak. Now, what is happening here? You're indoctrinating the customer. You're teaching them who you are. You're showing them the level of care and passion your head chef puts into every steak, building rapport and creating that human-to-human connection. And that's all you have to do. Don't even try to sell them a thing. Let the customer go. Let them leave. Once you've fed them all this content, catch the pun there, this is where we move to the subscribe stage. Listen up now. The subscribe stage is where we exchange value for contact details. Simple as that. We're going to use social media, banner advertising, and all forms of interruption advertising here to retarget the customer that you engaged in the engage stage. Because let's face it, you know they love steak. They are your target audience. We're going to offer them something they simply can't refuse in exchange for their contact details. At Caffeine Digital, we call this a tripwire. Using our steak model, this would probably be a coupon for a $1 steak at our restaurant. Now you know this customer is well aware of the care and effort your head chef puts into cooking steak because we engaged them earlier. This makes the battle easy. The customer clicks on your ad and exchanges their name, their phone number, and their email address for the coupon. This is where we move to the convert stage. And convert does not mean core offer. Convert is where the customer gives us a little bit of time or a little bit of money. And in our restaurant model, this will be a little bit of time and a little bit of money. So, the customer arrives at the restaurant and they hand over their coupon. And now you have their time and their money, even if it was only $1. It's during this period that we need to excite the customer, provide them with real value. If you honestly provide real value, purchasing your core offer will become automatic. In our restaurant, this would mean over-delivering, the best service, the best food, the best experience. This customer is going to leave thinking it was honestly the best feeling they have ever had eating out. What do you think is going to happen next? They're going to want this experience again. This time they might bring their family and their extended family as well. They're also well aware they're going to be paying full price, but who cares? In their mind, you're the best restaurant in Perth. That's because you have built so much value in what you do that the core offer becomes automatic. Bang! One new customer. And not just any customer. This is a customer that's going to come back again and again and again. During this ascend stage, we also upsell whenever possible. An upsell might happen on the same day or it might happen months afterwards, depending on your industry. In our restaurant model, it might be a dessert or a glass of beer. Anything that maximizes profit, really. We all know that business success is based on advocacy. So naturally, this is the next step. If you have subtly moved your customer through every step of the customer value journey, Stay wonderful.